All right there, Blues. This is BlueMoonRisingTV. You're here with Alex and Adam. So we've been chatting in the office this morning. We're getting very, very excited about our first game of the season away at the Hawthorns, and we've been pontificating about who the first lineup might be. I've got what I think is a realistic 11, but Adam, he's got himself a dream 11. He's been reading the press rumours. So we'll be talking through position by position who we think will be lining up against West Brom.
Yes, please.
So, goalkeepers first.
Joe Hart.
Of course, it has to be. I can't see anybody else being in the number one jersey next season.
No.
And in fact, for years to come. So we'll get on to the back four then. The back four on the realistic 11, I can see Zabaleta and company retaining their place. I imagine Eloquent Mangala will be coming into the team next season as a first choice centre-half. And even though a couple of you have been calling, especially in the comments, for a new left-back next season, I imagine Gael Clichy will be the first choice left-back next season. What about you, Adam? Who have you got in your dream?
I'm having
back
Zaba,
four?
he's a good egg still. Company as well. Mangala, I think. Mangala and Company once Company's better, which I'm sure he will be. Them two are going to do really well, I think, I imagine. And then left-backs, we've been looking at all of the rumours and then narrowing down what's... Because this is a dream 11 for next season, but I'm not going to start putting Jordi Alba in there or anyone like that. Alex Sandro seems to be a name that might be doable to put into a Dream 11. He looks like a bit of an upgrade on Clichy and Kolarov. We've bought from Porto before. We usually get done by Porto. So whether we can get him or not, I'm not too sure. But I'm putting Alex Sandro in place of Clichy or Kolarov because I think at least one of those two will leave in the summer.
Other than Alexandro, I think he's from Porto, seems to be doing really well in Portuguese football. I could see you signing someone like Aaron Cresswell at left back. I think that seems to be a move that definitely a few people have talked about. One or two papers have linked us with. But I think it does seem, as it stands with the papers, that Gael Clichy will retain his place. So moving into the midfield then, I've gone for David Silva out on the one wing with Raheem Sterling.
Ooh, in the realistic 11 as well. No, I'm going to agree. I'm going to say that the realistic and the Dream 11 there probably will stay the same. Silva out on the left, Sterling on the right, or whichever way around they end up, which means that Samir Nasri loses his place. Not that he had much of a place last season anyway, or Navas loses his place as well. But I would say, I think everyone would agree that Sterling is an upgrade on Navas.
I think, yeah, as well with Sterling, it seems to be a when, not an if.
Yes.
And how much City are willing to fork out, which it seems is going up by the day.
Lots.
But in the middle three then, I think it seems that Yaya Toure looks pretty set to stay, despite all season looking towards the door. Fernandinho seems to have secured himself, and I can't see him being replaced. And despite all the talk of the big man, I reckon the most we're going to see of a big midfielder brought in is going to be, at most, Jack Wilshere, at least Alex Song in my realistic three. So I've gone Yaya Toure, Fernandinho, and Alex Song in the middle three.
Interesting. I'd have Song in the squad, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to go for the dream three that everyone wants. Like, this is like the best of the best. This is where we could push on in the Champions League. I'm having Yaya Toure. He's the only one keeping his place. I absolutely love Fernandinho. Like I was saying the end of last season, like we build our midfield around Fernandinho if Yaya left. But let's stick in Pogba, and I'm sure everyone will just forget about Fernandinho for a bit. And then let's stick in De Bruyne, and then everyone just will forget Fernando even existed at the club. So I'm going to go for Yaya, Pogba and De Bruyne as the dream midfield three at City, in England, in Europe, in world football.
Yeah, and I think you might be thinking as well that we need to bring in some English players over the window. So I'm going to predict that we're going to bring in Fabian Delph from Aston Villa, maybe Jack Grealish as a midfield option, but someone young, English, another talent that we can waste on our bench to fill the English quota.
Or as the press call it now, doing a Sinclair.
Doing a Sinclair.
So Delph is going to be the latest Scott Sinclair. So I'm sure he won't mind earning loads of money, sitting on the bench. Be all right, that.
That's all he's ever wanted.
Yeah.
And up front then, that leaves me with one less player to complete the 11, and I think, of course...
Edin Dzeko.
Surprisingly not, Adam, no. I've gone for Sergio Kun Aguero, set to have an amazing Copa America as it stands. And it seems that I think he's going to lead the line for City once again. Real Madrid are laughing if they think they can take him out of our hands.
No, same for me again. Aguero up front, one up top. Sorry, Wilfred Boney, but if we're going 4-5-1, because all of you hate 4-4-2, apparently. So we've gone 4-5-1 with the masses, and I'm having Aguero up front as well. So let us know in the comments below, like, we're going realistic because you never know and we don't want to be too disappointed. if none of these big signings happen, which with City's record in the transfer market recently, I won't be surprised if we started the midfield with Delph, Song and Fernandinho, with Yaya getting an injury for the season. Who knows? Let us know in the comments below your Dream 11. Who would you like to see start against West Brom? First game of the season. Maybe we'll do some sort of competition near the time. But let us know in the comments below. And like this video if you want us to do other things like this.
See you soon, Blues. Alex and Adam, Blue Moon Rising TV.
This is Ricky the Hitman Hatton. Subscribe to Blue Moon Rising TV for a knockout time.